Welcome to day 17 of 4 weeks of yoga. Today we're going to continue with our yoga flow and cardio sequence for this week, starting seated on the floor with the eyes closed to do a body scan. So first we're going to bring our attention towards the breath, noticing where it is in this moment. And now you can bring the focus towards the feet and the legs, noticing how the muscles feel today. And next we're going to bring the focus up to the hips and the torso, noticing the movements it makes with each inhale and with each exhale. And next we're going to bring our attention towards the hands and the arms. And shifting the focus up, we're going to think about the shoulders and the neck. And finally, we're going to think about our state of mind, acknowledging where it's at in this moment. And now we're going to come to standing to do our sun salutations. So standing on one end of the yoga mat or carpet. We're going to inhale the arms out and up, really reaching towards the sky, looking up. And exhaling, we're going to bend from the waist and touch the floor. Inhaling, we're going to lift the head and chest a bit. And exhaling, we're going to step back and lower into an upward facing dog or a cobra pose. And exhaling, you're going to push up into downward dog. Inhaling, you're going to step the feet back to the hands. Exhaling, you're going to straighten the knees. And then we're going to come back up to standing with the arms up. And exhaling, you're going to lower the arms. Inhaling, we reach out and up, looking up towards the sky. And exhaling, we bend from the waist and touch the floor. Lift the head and chest a bit. And exhaling, we lower into an upward dog or cobra pose. Exhaling, we're going to lift up into downward dog. Now we're going to step the feet back to the hands, straighten the knees. And inhaling, we're going to come back up to standing with the arms up. And exhaling, we're going to bring the arms back down. So inhaling, we bring the arms out and up. And exhaling, we bend from the waist to touch the floor. Inhaling, we lift the head and chest a bit. And exhaling, we step back and lower it into cobra pose or upward dog. And exhaling, we're going to push up into downward dog. Now we're going to step the feet back to the hands, straightening the knees. And inhaling, we're going to come back up to standing with the arms up. And exhaling, we're going to lower them. Inhaling, we reach towards the sky. And exhaling, we're going to bend from the waist and touch the floor. We'll lift the head and chest a bit. And exhaling, we're going to relax them. Inhaling, we lift them back up again. And now we're going to step back and come to all fours to do some cat-cow. So inhaling, we're going to arch the back. And exhaling, we're going to round it. Inhaling, we arch. And exhaling, we round. So we inhale and exhale. Arching and rounding. An arch and round. We're going to stay here, and exhaling, we're going to lower down into child's pose. Inhaling, we're going to come up, arching the back, and then we're going to round it. We're going to stay here for an inhale, and on the next exhale, we're going to lower down into child's pose. Going to come up with an inhale, arching the back, and exhaling, we're going to round it. And then we're going to lower down into child's pose. So we're going to come up, arch the back. Exhaling, we're going to round it. And on the next exhale, we're going to lower down into child's pose. We're going to come up. And now we're going to keep the back neutral. Tucking the toes, we're going to lift the knees a little bit off the ground, making sure that the back is not too arched or too rounded. We really want to keep that spine long and engage the core. Now we're going to push up to downward dog, still keeping that spine long, keeping the knees bent if you have to. And now we're going to bring the right knee into the chest, lowering the hips, shifting the weight forward. And we're going to push back into downward dog for a breath. Now we're going to bring the left knee into the chest, lowering the hips, shifting the weight forward. Same thing here, we really want to keep that spine nice and long. And now we're going to push back into downward dog. Now we're going to bring the right knee in, making sure the back's not arched or rounded. We're really going to keep it nice and long. Now we're going to come back into downward dog. Now we're going to bring the left knee into the chest. And we're going to come back into downward dog. Now you can lower to your knees, and exhaling, we're going to come into a child's pose to rest. So now we're going to come up onto our hands and knees and prepare to do dolphin pose. So elbows on the floor, hands clasped together. Tucking the toes, we're going to inhale, lifting the hips, straightening the knees as much as you can while still keeping the spine long. Now you're going to walk the feet back a bit, lower the hips, and stay in dolphin plank pose for about 3 breaths. Now you can lower your knees, and with an exhale, come into child's pose to rest. And now we're going to come to seated to do the boat pose. So we're going to sit with the knees bent. We're kind of going to do a V-sit. So you can keep the toes touching the floor if you need to, or you can lift them slightly off the floor, or lift them a little bit higher, or even completely straighten them completely. But you want to do wherever you can do it while still keeping the spine nice and long. Now we're going to bring the feet back down, and we're going to sit up nice and straight. And now we're going to repeat that. So we're going to lift the legs up to where you can while still keeping the spine long. Hands are out in front of you, really engaging the core. And we're going to lower the feet. And now we're going to come to standing to do our cardio. So the first exercise is squats with jumps. So this is really a good one for cardio. So we're going to start 30 seconds of squats with jumps now. Wonderful. Now you're going to rest for 15 seconds and get ready to do our next exercise, which is 30 seconds of ice skaters with no jump. And now we're going to start the 30 seconds. Remember to go at your own pace. If you need to slow it down to really make sure you're doing the exercise correctly, you can do that. Or if you feel like you're not getting enough cardio, you can speed it up. Just go at the pace you need to. Perfect. Now we're going to rest for another 15 seconds and get ready for our 30 seconds of reverse lunges with kicks. Really kicking nice and strong. The kick doesn't necessarily have to be high. Get as high as you can, but we really want to kick strong. And the 30 seconds start now. Perfect. Now we're going to rest for 15 seconds and then we're going to repeat all that. So squats with jumps, ice skaters, and then reverse lunges with kicks. And don't forget to breathe. So now we're going to start the 30 seconds of squats with jumps now. Wonderful. Now you're going to rest for 15 seconds. You're going to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Now we're going to get ready for 30 seconds of ice skaters. And the 30 seconds start now. Perfect. Now we're going to rest for 15 seconds. We have one exercise to go. So don't give up now. You got this. Only 30 more seconds of cardio to go. So you're going to get ready for our 30 seconds of reverse lunges with kicks. Starting now. Perfect. Now we're done with the cardio. So now we're going to come back down to the floor for our cool down stretches. So we're going to lay on our backs with the knees bent. And we're going to place the right foot on the left knee. And you can leave it on the floor, or you can bring the legs into your chest, flexing both feet. And this is the time during these cool down stretches we're really going to start to elongate the breath little by little to bring the heart rate back down. Now you can release the legs and switch feet. So the left foot on the right knee. Leaving it on the ground or bringing it in towards the chest, flexing both feet. Now you can release the legs, and we're going to straighten the right leg and bend the left one. So now we're going to let the left knee twist over to the right side, extending the left arm out to that side, keeping the shoulder on the ground. Now we're going to come back and switch legs, so bending the right one, letting the knee fall over or twist over to the left side, and extending the right arm, making sure the shoulder stays on the floor. Now we're going to come back and we're going to bend both legs, placing the hands on the kneecaps. And with an exhale, we're going to bring the knees into the chest. Inhaling, we're going to arch the back, letting the arms extend. And exhaling, we're going to round the back, bringing the knees back into the chest. And inhaling, we're going to extend the arms. And exhaling, we're going to bring the knees back into the chest. Inhaling, we're going to arch the back, extending the arms. And now you can release the legs, and you can either keep them bent or straight, whichever is more comfortable. And you can let your hands fall wherever feels most natural, either on your torso or resting at your sides. And we're going to continue to elongate the breath. Just bringing our attention towards the breath, elongating it little by little. You'll feel how the heart rate goes down, and we're going to start to relax, truly relax, physically, mentally, and emotionally. If you want, you can do a body scan, scanning from your toes all the way to coming up all the way to the tip of the head. You can just notice any muscles that are tense, and little by little, relaxing them. When you get to your head, you can kind of go into your mental space, your state of mind, and kind of just relax there too. Letting any thoughts you're having just stay in the back of your mind, not bringing them to the front, not giving them any importance right now, because this is your time to rest. Now as we're resting here, we're going to listen to the meditation for today. And it says, be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. That's from Romans 12:2. So we're just going to let our heart fill up with joy and peace. And we're going to let that flow into our entire bodies, letting any negative emotions and stress and anxiety just fall away into the floor. And the space that they're leaving leaves more room for joy and peace and gratitude. We can feel gratitude for our incredibly designed bodies and minds. We can feel gratitude for these moments to rest. Gratitude for our breath that's so incredible and so necessary. And when we feel gratitude, joy comes right along with it. Just let ourselves be filled with joy. And when you're ready, you can roll over to one side and gently push up to seated with the eyes closed or with a soft gaze. And placing the hands over the heart, we're going to do a deep, long inhale, imagining that we're filling the heart up with this joy. And exhaling, we're going to send it into our entire body. Inhaling, we're going to fill the heart with joy and peace, and exhaling, we're going to send all that energy and peace and joy into our entire body. We can let the hands relax, and inhaling, we're going to lower the head a bit, and exhaling, you can raise the head and slowly open the eyes. So that was our practice for today. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you have a magnificent, mindful day. See you next time.